Welcome back to This is Van Color. Did you know that 150 kilometers of Vancouver's sewers are more than 100 years old? Well past the upper limit of what is generally considered the typical lifespan of sewer pipes. Now, old sewer pipes can result in breakages and spills, as Vancouver has experienced. We're talking about poop here. Plus, fatbergs, that's congealed fat, oil, and grease, costs Metro Vancouver $3 million annually while causing backups into people's homes, businesses, and even the environment. To cap off our candidate series for the BC provincial election, let's talk about it with a former Vancouver Park Board commissioner whose hard work saved the Bloedel Conservatory in Queen Elizabeth Park. He's the Conservative Party of BC candidate for Vancouver Little Mountain, John Coupar. And this conversation is supported by Shelter Point Single Malt Whiskey, distinctly Vancouver Island, uniquely Shelter Point. So John, we have so many crises in this province. Is the management of poop, or more accurately, our sewage systems, is that also a crisis that the province is facing?
Well, I call it Vancouver's dirty little secret, actually.
Okay.
And,
and not a good one, right? Not a sexy one.
Not a good one. And we talk about being the greenest city, and, we're really proud of the natural environment that we live in. And we have some magnificent bodies of water that surround Vancouver. And when I was on the park board, I was certainly concerned when beaches were closed because of high E. coli counts. I was concerned when we were telling paddlers in False Creek that they had to shower after they were paddling in the creek.
Gross.
Because the E. coli. So for me, it's been kind of a long journey back, going back 10 years. I was sort of ringing the alarm bell at Park Board. In fact, I passed a motion to get try and get the city to expedite their sewer separation, because right now only 52% approximately of the Vancouver sewer system is separated. So that means when there's heavy rain, we are discharging sewage into False Creek, Burrard Inlet, and at some points along the Fraser River. So it's kind of a big deal, and I think we as a city should do much better.
Now, your party, the Conservative Party of BC, has pledged to invest $1 billion in water and sewer infrastructure throughout the province. Is this an issue that other cities are also facing and confronting?
Well, I think it's a big one in Vancouver. And, when I decided to run, this was an issue I brought up with our leader, John Rustat. And I talked to him about it, and I'm really pleased that he's come forward with this plan. And it's $1 billion a year for municipalities.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a big deal. I think Vancouver is high on the list, and anybody that's discharging into bodies of water should be high on the list. And what happens is, because I think politicians generally, there's lots of other shiny things they want to go after in terms of what they want to do in their city or municipality or whatever. Sewage and water sometimes gets down on the list, so maybe they chip away a little bit at it. So they're supposed to be in Vancouver separating 1% per year, but we're not even hitting that target. So at this rate,
so they're not spending 1% a year of their budget.
They're not spending of their capital on that. So so right now, even if they we're like 48, 46 years away. And I know there's some federal regulations that say you're not allowed to discharge after, I believe, 2040. So we're really gonna have to move a lot faster in British Columbia to do a better job.
So when we talk about this $1 billion investment per year, where is that money going? Is it building new pipes? Is it just building a brand new system? How is it getting spent?
Well, we're not there yet. I mean, I think the first thing we recognize is there's a problem, and we need to really get on it. I think we're going to have to, dig deep into it and talk to these municipalities, see where the greatest need is. Obviously, if I'm fortunate enough to be elected in Vancouver, I'll be lobbying hard for Vancouver to get some money to help move this forward.
Do we know of any other regions beyond Vancouver where they've expressed some concerns around their sewage systems?
Well, certainly a lot of the municipalities in Metro Vancouver are in the same situation. It's probably not as visible, say, to some of their municipalities along the Fraser River, because it's flushing out to sea. It's not sitting in a sort of slow moving body of water like False Creek,
right? Yeah,
where it's measurable and you can see it. And unfortunately in the summer you can smell it down by Science
Yeah.
Center. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's definitely a big issue. Now, there might be some viewers watching tonight going, this is a municipal issue.
Right.
And sure, it's a crisis, then maybe the province needs to step in. But at what point should municipalities be taking responsibility, especially if they're not meeting that 1% mark of their budget?
Well, I think that's a really good point. And I think we've seen that a lot in Vancouver, particularly in my experience on the park board. We need to do better with core services, and obviously this is a core service. For instance, I think Kareem Alam was recently on CKNW and was talking about the fact that there are 700 full-time people working on the Green City Action Plan in Vancouver. Mm-hmm. I would suggest that they may be able to redirect some of that money to some of these more pressing issues that are going to have some return on investment. And I think that's great, So there's lots of things, the provincial government is the body that really creates municipalities. So they have some say when it comes to priorities, especially around the environment.
So can the province basically tell municipalities, listen, you have to start putting more money towards these core services like sewage systems?
Well, it seems like this recent government has done it on zoning. So I would suggest, yes, they have that ability. But I think it's much better the carrot than the stick, actually. Okay. I think that, education and working together and trying to come to good solutions that'll make our environment better is the best way forward.
Well, John, it was a pleasure to finally be able to meet you, pleasure to chat with you. I wish you all the luck on the campaign trail. And thank you so much for your time tonight to talk about this very unsexy yet very important topic.
Yeah, thanks. It's been great to finally meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Folks, that was the Conservative Party of BC candidate for Vancouver Little Mountain, John Coupar. Big thank you to Shelter Point Single Malt Whiskey for supporting local conversations about local crises, even the kind of gross ones. Now, after some business, a political sign has been posted outside of a billionaire's $80 million mansion in Vancouver. Does that count as third-party advertising? We'll talk about it up next.